The new legendary gloves and its new effects are here, but not everybody is happy about it. Some people think it should look way better and that it's a low quality effect. The stats on the Agony infusions to change the lens are bugged and you can't change their stats. And you are forced to be using the specific skin for the effects to actually appear on your weapons. That being said, most people are pretty happy with them, just like me and my special character right here. But are these people right? And are there things that can actually get better about this new type of cosmetic in Guild Wars 2? Let's talk about it. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning. And let's get into it. The first one I want to talk about today is about the actual effect and the coloring. This particular post talks about the fact that they thought that, for example, in this skin that is all yellow or kind of white, the infusion would change the entire color of the weapon. Now, a lot of the people in the comments are saying, hey, we knew what this looked like. We got an entire trailer showing it to us. Why are you complaining now? And I completely agree. It's pretty clear in all of the trailer how this infusion actually works. And even though I understand that this would be a very cool thing, I think it's kind of weird to complain about it when we knew what it was. That being said, this post has a lot of upvotes. I think people actually would enjoy something like this. And even me, that is actually enjoying these new infusions, I do think it looks a little bit weird sometimes, particularly in swords and very pointy weapons. How the edge of the weapon, there's like this weird crystal forming that looks a little bit like a ball because of the particle effect. I really like the fact that it gives me a trail, but personally I would like it so it wouldn't look like a ball. Like even on Twilight, that it should work pretty well, it looks a bit weird. No, am I crazy about this? Am I insane here? Now, when you talk about a shield, for example, I think it looks perfect, right? Because it's just kind of right there as a ball on your shield. It makes sense. Even if you put it on the hilt of the weapon, like in this particular sword that is bugged right now, it kind of looks kind of sick. Well, it would have if this effect actually was at the top as well to give you the trail. Right now, because it's bugged, it just gives you the trail on the bottom, which is not what you want. Another big problem is the placement of the actual effect. Some skins look pretty cool with it. Some skins look pretty okay with it. But some skins are completely just scuffed and make no sense with this effect. Like, what is happening on this axe? Why is it there? And there are a lot of them that look like this. Like, what's happening with this poor Kain? What the fuck? And I get it. There's a lot of weapons to actually do this with. 5,965 to be exact. And expecting ArenaNet to go through every one of these weapons to put this effect on the correct place is a little bit unrealistic. But it's a legendary item. It's supposed to look cool and not kind of scuffed like it is right now. There's some weapons that it really works well. For example, the Zenith weapon, you have it on the bottom, kind of like a little bit above the hilt. So it kind of merges with the weapon, which is super cool. But then the effect, you can't really see it correctly. And yeah, I mean, you can check what weapons this effect works with and which ones they don't. But I don't know, man. It shouldn't feel this scuffed. There are very small amount of weapons where it actually feels like it fits. Not to say that there are a lot of them that it just doesn't fit at all and almost doesn't even make sense. I understand that this new event is super cool and it's a free legendary, but the potential of this idea of having different weapons, different in colors for each weapon is super cool. And I feel like going for this particular type of effect on your weapon really made the whole thing not as good as it could have been. It would have been way better if it actually worked like an outline on your weapon so you can get the entire effect on them instead of this weird spike that is also a ball, that is also a trail. Like, it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm complaining about nothing. The potential on this is so high that it bothers me that they didn't put a little more effort thinking about how this was gonna actually land on the weapons and how it was actually gonna work. And I want this game to be the best it can be, not just it's okay, especially for a huge event like this. But this got me thinking, how could all this be fixed? And I think a huge fix for all of this would be for us to get ourselves different effects as well as different colors. Right now, we have all of these ones. We have all the colors to change and to grind, which is a great thing to do until the expansion. But wouldn't it be nice if you could actually purchase as well different type of effects instead of a point effect like this? Maybe it's just the ball effect, or maybe it's just the trail effect, or maybe it's just the pointy effect. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different things that you could do with these gloves that would make fractals that are a daily endeavor, a daily grind, so much more cool to actually grind, to actually work towards. So I really hope that with all of this quote-unquote drama, Arena can take something good out of it. The second thing people are complaining about is the fact that in order to actually get this beautiful infusion to work on your character, you have to be wearing the gloves. And I don't mean wearing the equipment, but actually showing them off. And this kind of sucks because sometimes you want this cool effect, but maybe you don't want these gloves that look in a very particular way. Like in this armor set, I think these gloves work pretty well, but not so much on this one here. I don't think these gloves really match the other type of like armor pieces I actually have, and I am forced to wear them. Also, I like how the infusion got bugged and it's randomly on the left side. That's funny. I can't even like what's happening here. And it's not like if you equip the actual item, it actually works. You have to be wearing this particular skin in your set. This could be easily fixed by just making it so, well, whether you equip the item or whether you wear the skin, you get the effect. But I also thought, what if you don't want the effect? And what if this is the only legendary gloves you have? Are you stuck with the effect? That also kind of sucks. I'm not gonna say that this is not kind of annoying, and you know, it kind of sucks for some people, but I understand why they did it this way. And usually when you have a legendary, you have to wear the legendary to get the legendary effect. It's not like you can get Sunrise and get the Sunrise footsteps, for example. So is this really that different? I think this could also be fixed by just making it so the infusions just work by themselves without the gloves. Or at least the weapon infusion works without the gloves, and in order to get the glowy effect on the gloves, you are forced to use the actual skin. But honestly, I'm okay with having it as it is right now, and in order to actually invest into a fashion with this new effect, you have to do an entire set around it. I think that's okay too. The other one, hey, the infusions are always power and they cannot be changed in stats. I am sure that this is just a bug and it'll get fixed. They haven't talked about it, but I'll be insanely surprised if they don't fix this. I mean, there's many builds inside of the game. It shouldn't only just be power. It's just they forgot, okay? I don't know what else to say. And people are still complaining about the Fractal Omni Potion not being enough. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of with them in some ways. If you want my honest opinion about the entire Omni Potion drama, you can go check my other video. But let's be real, guys. Changing one Omni Potion for one Fractaline Spark, that is like only a 5-hour investment, is not really enough. Like, this should be like 5 Fractaline Sparks. Even if you get 5, you still need to grind the legendary to get the other ones and pay like 200 gold just in Icy Runestones. Is it really that big of a deal if you get more than just one? Like, the Infinite Mist Omni Potion is like a month of fractals, tier 4 CMs, everything. And I'm glad that new players are getting it, but you know, I don't know, give us more than just one. At least 2, like, come on, at least 2. And honestly, 5 I think would be a good number. I completely understand when some people here are kind of like mad at the fact that you actually can't really get something nice out of the grind that they did back in the day. But yeah, I mean, is it that big of a deal? Probably not. But what do you guys think? Do you guys disagree with these things? What would you want the new legendary gloves to have that they don't have? What are other cool ideas that Arena could implement? Let me know in the comments down below. And join our Discord to get into our fashion contest this weekend, when you can get a full legendary if you get number 1, and of course some cute little prizes for people who don't win the actual tournament. Tournament? Fashion contest. Fashion contest. That's the words. Those are the words. English. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning. See you guys around. Love you all. Ciao, ciao.